What it do? It's your boy DJ Silk009. Go get us on it, man. We checking in with SSB. You know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about, what happened in 2020. And obviously, it was a year like no other. Nobody ever experienced anything like COVID. What was the biggest lesson you learned from a year like 2020?
Keep your head up, man. 2020 was, for a lot of people, it was a rough year. I feel like for a lot of people it was a rough year, for a lot of people it was a great year. It was one of them years, like, either it was really bad for you, or it was really good. For me, it was a blessing. A whole lot of good stuff happened for me this year. With last year, as far as DJing and stuff like that, and just growth as far as my circle. Of course, we ran into a few things, but it was altogether a good year. So that's just how I feel about it. It's gonna be plenty of years like that, though. But this year is one of them years that was really a high for you or a super low.
Already.
And you just gotta keep your head up, regardless if it was high or low. Keep your head up.
I think being on that even playing field is the only way to be now going forward, because you don't know what can happen the next day. 1 minute everything is open, next minute everything's shut down. They kind of kept flopping back and forth. So I think keeping the level head, that's definitely key.
Yeah, because even right now, we could wake up tomorrow and they like, hey, everything closed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, and then we wouldn't even be shocked. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know I wouldn't be, so you just gotta stay ready. Right. They shut down the clubs right now. That's how I get my money, But I got faith that we gonna improvise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Adjustments.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right.
So what are some of your biggest goals for 2021?
Of course, everybody got money goals, but I don't want to. That's not important. It's more so what the money is gonna do type thing. I got one goal by my birthday that I really don't want to speak on, but I'm gonna speak on it for you. I want to get a truck for our brother to drive. You know what I'm saying? As you know, he finna pass that test. So that's the goal. I'm trying to get the truck so he ain't got to drive that for somebody else,
Yeah.
type thing. That's
Really?
the main. That's one of the biggest goals I got of this year. Other than that, just to keep growing as far as the go-getters only gear and all of that go. You know what I'm saying? I took a lot of big steps this year. I feel like at the top of the year and at the end of last year. So yeah, I'm really excited about this year, low key.
Absolutely. You've been somebody that I've been following for a long time. You're my brother. We've been knowing each other going back 2014. As the entire time I've seen you grow. From a musician to a DJ. Tell us a little bit about, your journey and, as a self-made man, how it feels to be an entrepreneur.
As far as how I feel to be an entrepreneur, I can't imagine being any other way. Like, it took me to be DJing, and yeah, I kind of work for somebody still, but I really kind of work for myself, they just contract me basically. So it took me to be DJing to have a job that I never quit. DJing is the first job that I actually worked and never called in a day type thing. And it's been over a year, you know what I'm saying? And before, working for like warehouses, any sales, and even if I liked the job and I was making good money, it wasn't enough, It's never enough. I'd rather make a little bit, and I did that for me, and it was just all that was, and make a lot, and I'll just make him richer, you know what I'm saying? It just don't feel right, So as far as the entrepreneur thing, ain't nothing like it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. It's a gift, it's a blessing, and I don't take it for granted.
So just tell us a little bit about your journey.
Oh, the journey, okay. As far as the journey, man, as you know, I started off with just promotions. I just rapped. I wasn't even dropping music at first. Remember, I was just recording. I had videos and everything. Never dropped nothing. I did shows without dropping anything, everything. But that was just a hobby, But the promotions was really my thing at first. And then just practicing with Mouse at the house, playing around DJing, seeing that there really wasn't nothing to it, you know, as far as for the strip club, you know. So I was like, let me try that, you know. I started off no equipment, no nothing, no flash drives, no nothing, just straight on the house stuff, what they had. And it was growth, man. I definitely underestimated how hard it was. It's not as easy as you think, you know. Nobody's actually at the house on the aux cord for 8-10 hours at a time, you know. You know, with a lot of people criticizing every song you play, you know. So it's definitely more of a challenge than it seemed, but I'm happy that it transitioned that way. It seemed like everything just happened how it's supposed to. I grew up in the club with my mama. You know what I'm saying? She was managing. I was always around the club. I get to high school, party promotions. Get to college, party promotions. I get out of college. Now I'm DJing. You know, it seems like it's just all
like steps.
Yeah, it's just, it makes sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for sure. I'm just interested to see what's the, you know?
Absolutely.
Hopefully it's the tour DJ. That's the goal. I want to be a tour DJ and just come back and do the club residency, you know, whenever I'm not booked for the tour at the time. You know, that's the goal.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good picture.
For sure. That's definitely what's next for you, brother, for sure. As you mentioned, becoming a DJ it's not been easy. You know, it's been a process. It's been something that you've had to learn. Mm-hmm. What would you say to somebody, you know, anybody out there that was saying, you know what, I want to be a DJ, but I don't know how? How would you tell them to start?
Try it. As anything, not even just DJing. If it's anything you want to do and you're not sure how to do it, if you're going to try it. The worst that can happen is they can be like, hey, you did this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Now you know what you need to fix. So you can try it again, you can try something else, but just try it. You know what I'm saying? What's the worst that can happen? You not be good, you know?
So as Successful Since Birth, we really pride ourselves on our origin. Our origin is built around success. Mm-hmm. We look out there today and we see a lot of people treat success like it's only monetary things. You know, it's cash, it's cars, it's the clothes, the designer brands. But we look at success a little bit differently. Tell us, you know, how do you define success?
Success, I'm gonna answer your question like this. I don't want to say how do I define success. I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to consider. I'm successful. When I say that I'm successful, this is when my family is stable. You know what I'm saying? That's success. If your family's not stable, family's not comfortable, then are you really successful? You know, that just depends on your principles. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that to me is family stability. Family stability. Family stability.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I'm so in love with the gels. It keep my mind in the perfect place. Yeah. Switching my favorite utensils. But I might smoke me a cone a day. Twist up with my bros till they gone away. Twist up with a freak, put my phone away. We about to smoke up a whole zone a day. That jizzle got me in my zone today. I'm so in love with the gels. It keep my mind in the perfect place. Switching my favorite utensils. But I might smoke me a cone a day. Twist up with my bros till they gone away. Twist up with a freak, put my phone away. We bout to smoke up a whole zone today. That jizzle got me in my zone today. If jizzle come calling, I'm on the way. Wanna smoke like a boss, then you gotta pay. You know I get gas for the low. It come through the mail from out of state. You know about that jizzle, we tax for it. If you want a whole P, it's 3 stacks for it. I'd rather just save some sour D, so I can save all the OG for me. I'm SLIK, but I keep it G. I bet that you can't keep your bitch from me. I bet you your bitch will take trips with me. Yeah, she gon' get this dick eventually. If you smoking no mid, then your ass